Hey pack leaders, this is here. Friends are protecting founders, protecting pack. I am doing another video because I realized I didn't have my mic on. So here it is. I want to do it again. Third time now. So I'm going to go over the overall strategy for the next week to month, however long this run's going to go. It's going to be going for a while. So I have this setting here. I am done testing. I've been kind of testing the new features and whatnot. And I'm pretty much going to nail it down to this. Okay, so right now we're at a 37% ROE. We'll see what happens, but it looks like it's going to continue running up. When it runs up, you don't want to sell because you're like, oh man, I sold, now it's continuing running up and whatnot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share the settings here in our group, but just kind of give you an overall idea of what's happening is this. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. There it is. So we're no longer auto adjusting, okay? The wick protection will definitely hurt you, and if it's not done right or used correctly or whatever, and also the take profit, okay? So I'm not gonna take any profit. I'm just gonna basically ride and lock in the profit while it runs. Now if it does correct, then we'll go ahead and take the reversal, and then we'll continue to override and long again. Okay, now if I get stopped out maybe twice or 3 times in a row, then I'll start to think about maybe this runs over and we'll go ahead and switch to sell and continue the other direction. Okay, so the reason why we want to let this run is so that we can continue to replenish the trap, continue to sell with the rungs, and after we sell with the rungs, we will then continue to buy more and more and building that position up and also trapping the profits in. Okay. Now you see how this one is here. This is where we're going to be trapping the profit here. It's going to stay far away as much as it can. And so that as it grows, it is going to take and replenish more positions. And as it does that, we'll then take profit little by little at higher positions. As high as it can go or allow it to go. Okay. So it goes up a few $1,000. We're going to take it right there. Okay. But in the meantime, it's going to go up, it's going to slam down, it's going to go up, slam down. But we're going to just stay right behind there and not be too close to it. And then the gap will get further and further out and so on. Okay, eventually it'll then turn and yank down. And once that does, it'll stop us out in profit. And then we'll start to take positions in the opposite direction. We'll start replenishing in the opposite direction also until we get stopped out there. And then reverse again. Now if we... So we're going to always keep position, but try to keep our gaps big and wide so that if it does flick up and flick down, it doesn't hurt us. We can then add more positions as it continues going that general direction. And usually when they do runs, long bulls or bear periods is usually for a long period of time. Okay, and I think we've seen this from 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 all to I mean, last time was for 14, so we'll see where this goes. It might stop around 12, I don't know, and then come back down, or it could just break through and continue going. So, but that's how we're gonna play it. I tried different options, different strategies, different traps, and I even had a custom trap, take profits. Wick protection doesn't work well at this point, as it's running up, and it's just kind of getting in and out positions too many times throughout the day. And I definitely took a huge loss. I don't know if it wasn't that huge, but a few $100 in losses testing this out. So now this is my setting. I'm gonna hold on to this and let this sleep overnight, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So this is where it starts to go with 40% plus on. We'll probably hit the 150, 200% at 50x, and we'll just let this ride. We'll still have that big old gap, which kind of helps with any volatility and not being liquidated in a sense, because we'll be stopped out in profit heading in the other direction if it tanks big enough. Okay, now as far as the trailing goes, after about a day or two it might close it out, but it'll stay at least 15% away. But hopefully that 15% gap is probably a few $100 away if we ever reach that point. Okay, so that's the setting. I'm gonna leave that in the group along with this video on how to set that up. And then we're just going to let this ride. It should be a pretty transition. We don't have to worry about all these auto adjusts, and it's just pretty cut, clean, and clear, and I'd say more consistent and I'm done testing. Okay, so it's been quite a ride. So you guys enjoy, make some money, feed your families, and I think this setting will serve you well. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you then. All right, I hope you guys are able to see that. Were you able to see that? I'm looking at the view. Maybe I need to minimize. Was it blocking? All right, let me minimize it real quick. I think, yeah, you can see. I'm just looking at the view here. That looks good. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, talk to you then.